Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of As We Say in Argentina. Today we're going to talk a bit about tradition. We're going to talk about a special tradition, which is the one of going out for a coffee here in VA. And that tradition comes actually from the influence of the Italian immigrants. As you know, we had the biggest immigration of Italians and Spaniards throughout the 20th century in South America. So the Italians influenced us not only in the way we speak, which they do because our language is Spanish with Italian words and definitely with an Italian accent, but also in the everyday way of living. So, you know, in Italy, if there is something the Italians are good at, is coffee, right? And they have this big coffee tradition of going out to stop by and have a cappuccino or a macchiato at these very tiny coffee shops everywhere in Italy, and it's the best in the world. We know that. So we picked that also among many other things from the Italian culture. Now there is a bit of a difference. For us in Argentina, going to a coffee place doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna just stop by somewhere, grab a coffee, grab a macchiato in the bar and drink it quickly and go somewhere else, right? It's not a thing we do in our way somewhere else. Here, the tradition of going to a coffee place is the one of really engaging in the present moment, right? When we say we're gonna go for coffee, it means we're gonna sit and we're going to either read a book, read the paper, or meet somebody with whom we're going to spend some quality time, right? We're gonna be having interesting, engaging conversations. We're gonna, you know, check in and see how our friend is doing in life, what's going on, what's happening. We're gonna save the world, having philosophical conversations. It's really important, and everybody goes out for coffee with that purpose in Buenos Aires. So, of course, that has been sung about in a tango, right? Enrique Santos Discépolo wrote that song that is called Cafetín de Buenos Aires. And it begins talking about this child, because what happens is that children, of course, don't get to go to a coffee shop. And the idea of going to a coffee shop and sitting with somebody there or just reading a book there makes you feel like you're in control of your life. You're a grown-up person. You own your moment, you own your space, you're gonna give it meaning, purpose, right? And of course, children don't get to do that because first of all, they don't drink coffee, and second, they just don't get to go out in the city by themselves and do whatever they want, right? So when you're a child and you go by these coffee places, what you're always doing is wishing for that moment, longing for that moment, hoping for that moment in which you're finally going to go there by yourself with your friends and have that sense of maturity that sitting in a coffee shop gives you. So the song that Enrique Santos Discépolo wrote begins like this. It goes: De chiquilín te miraba de afuera, como esas cosas que nunca se alcanzan, la ñata contra el vidrio, en un azul de frío, que solo fue después viviendo igual al mío. So it begins saying, de chiquilín te miraba de afuera. It translates as, when I was a kid, I looked at you from outside the window. Como esas cosas que nunca se alcanzan, like one of those things I'm never gonna be able to achieve, right? La ñata contra el vidrio. La ñata contra the ñata is the nose, right? So I'm looking at this thing from outside and I'm putting my nose against the window and and wishing that I could be on the other side. That is the meaning of the song. So once, if you get to go to that place by yourself for the first time, there is this sense of, wow, I grew up, now I'm a mature person, now I own my life, I can do whatever I want, I'm in control, right? And it's a very deep sense of satisfaction that we get when that happens. So here we use the two expressions, both la ñata contra el vidrio and de chiquilín te miraba de afuera. So when you have a dream that you really long for, something you really want to achieve in life, but it is a little too far out of reach, like, I don't know, you don't have enough money to buy that house, you don't have chances to go get that car of your dreams, you don't get to travel and take that trip that you're longing for and, I don't know, go visit Hawaii or whatever. Because again, it's too far out of your reach. Then we would say, yeah, I'm looking at that, you know, I really want to get that, but I'm looking at it with la ñata contra el vidrio, meaning I cannot reach that thing, I cannot make that happen yet, at least. But one day you do. One day, if you're lucky enough, life allows you to, you know, fulfill your dreams and maybe buy the house of your dreams, maybe have that perfect car, maybe meeting that special person that is going to, you know, mean so much to you and you were looking for. So when that happens and there comes this sense of satisfaction, we go with the chiquilín te miraba de afuera, meaning finally I did it, you know, I was able to conquer my dream, and it's a very deep sense of satisfaction. So we use both the longing idea of la ñata contra el vidrio and the satisfaction idea of the chiquilín te miraba de afuera, meaning finally I did it. So every time I think about these two expressions, the memory that comes to my mind is that of the people who come for the first time to Buenos Aires. You know, when you start your tango journey outside of Buenos Aires, soon, right after you begin, you start hearing all these stories about the milongas here in VA, right? And it's you start hearing all these things that make them look so mysterious and yet so attractive, and you're curious about them. And one day you start dreaming about maybe taking the chance and going there, but you might feel like you're not ready, you're too much of a beginner yet, or maybe you cannot get time off of work to take the trip to Buenos Aires, it's a long way, and the money, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, that wish is there, so you're looking at the videos on YouTube, and you're seeing these places, and people tell you stories, and you go like, yeah, la ñata contra el vidrio, I wish I could go, but I'm not ready yet, I cannot make it happen yet. But one day, and it happens to most of the people I've known at least, you get the chance to finally buy the ticket and get down to Buenos Aires. And there comes this Saturday night, and you've heard so many stories about Saturday night at Salón Canin, right? So finally comes the day in which you're totally jet lagged, and it doesn't matter, you're tired, you're hungry, you're, I don't know, whatever it is, but it does not matter. You dress up to your teeth, and there you go, you take your Uber, it takes you to Salón Canin, it takes you to Scalabrini Ortiz, and you walk that magic corridor that looks like a time tunnel, right? And you're entering that place and you start hearing the music, and this expression starts rising in your face, and I've seen it many times. And then finally you open the door of Salón Canin, and there you find 200 people dancing, just as it was in the videos. And the expression, it's, believe me, unforgettable, and it's so tender. It's the most tender thing I've seen in a human being, when they go like, oh my God, I made it, I'm here. And it's, yeah, intimidating, but it's, oh yeah, the chiquilín te miraba de afuera, right? You finally made it to your first Saturday night at Salón Canin. So I hope you enjoyed this one. It comes again from a tango. Next time it's gonna be more about humor, that is a very big thing, and TV humor, comedians that that influence the way we speak and the expressions we use a lot also. If you enjoyed watching this video, please, you know, like them, share them, make them viral, subscribe to the YouTube channel, visit my website, tangomaria.com, and feel free to ask questions. If you've heard anything, if you've heard an expression you don't really understand what it means in our Spanish, in Castellano, then please write it down here, and I'm going to try to come up with an answer and a video to explain why we use certain expressions that you always bump into when you talk to porteños. Hope you enjoyed it again. Have a good week. Bye-bye.